we are at West Plains United Church in Burlington, and we're so excited for your upcoming show, January 25th, 2:30 p.m. So first of all, I was curious to know, how long did you pursue music full-time as a performer, and whereabouts did you perform?
I guess about 10 years full-time, maybe 2006 to 16. I released my first album in 2006, and then spent the next 10 years or so touring around a lot throughout Canada, the States, the Netherlands, and Germany.
Wow, nice. So in Canada, which parts of Canada did you?
All of them.
All
Except for Newfoundland.
Oh.
I never made it to Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Well, I played once in Whitehorse.
Oh, wow.
So other than that, I guess not the territories either.
Yeah, I bet they like you in Newfoundland.
Maybe. There's always the future.
Yeah. And also, your interesting staging color film. It's very creative in a different way for a musical name. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. So my last name is De Zutte, which is a silly Dutch last name, and I released my first 2 albums under my name, and then I got tired of spelling it and pronouncing it for people, and I thought, I know, the one thing that's holding me back is my name. If I just change my name, everything will fall into place. Then I actually, on my 3rd album, which I released under the name Matthew De Zutte, the album is called Color Film because there's a song on it called Color Film. And I wrote that song after seeing, I guess, old Super 8 family movies, my grandparents on my mom's side, back in the 60s when they were a lot younger than I had ever known them. And yeah, seeing these old family movies, especially when some of their brothers and sisters came back from the Netherlands to visit here, because both my sets of grandparents immigrated to Canada in the 50s. So these home movies, I saw my grandparents a lot younger than I'd ever known them, and all of a sudden I realized how much more I had in common with them than I had realized before. So that kind of also helped me realize some things about how I approach songwriting and making music, in terms of trying to write songs that maybe have a set of characters or a bit of a plot or some imagery that the listener can kind of imagine in their minds, maybe see on the big screen of their own imagination. So I realized that, yeah, that ties in a little bit with how I write songs and approach music, and so I thought maybe that would be a good name to pay tribute to, yeah, my feelings about my grandparents, but then also a little bit of the visual aspect that I try to include in songwriting.
I noticed you used the line music for the mind's eye.
Yeah, try to give, yeah, I mean, not every song is like that, but try to have songs with something that people can kind of grab onto or picture in their mind.
And are you a photographer as well?
I fiddle around. I wouldn't say that I'm very good, but yeah, it's fun to capture things, and sometimes you capture things in a way that looks good or has something a little bit more going on, maybe makes people think, or is a little bit evocative of something. So those are, yeah, so that's something I do enjoy.
Has any of your photography inspired your music, like lead to a song?
I don't know about if pictures, I guess there have been some songs, yeah, so I mean that song Color Film, everybody wrote those movies. There have other songs I've written kind of thinking back about either pictures I've seen or memories, especially visual memories. I guess it's also, though, maybe a little bit more, some songs seem to come from imagining a situation or characters or an image or a series of images, and then kind of basing a song on that.
Yeah, so it really is your mind's eye.
For me sometimes, yeah. And I mean other times it's just stuff that happens in my life or stuff that I make up. But yeah, that does certainly play a role.
And you consider poetry to write some of your...
I think so. I mean, I don't know if it'd be good poetry, but I think lyrics can be poetry. They don't have to be. They can be, different disciplines, but there can also be overlap. And not all sets of, I mean, lyrics are often written to a certain rhythm, and some types of poetry are. Lyrics don't always read like poems, but I do find there is a certain satisfaction or joy if I'm reading other people's lyrics or my own lyrics, and there's that realization of, hey, this also works without the music. I mean, the music often adds something, but when a set of lyrics can also kind of stand on their own, there's some satisfaction there as well.
So So I've mentioned to you that I play the cello in the Dundas Valley Orchestra, where you live just on the outskirts. And last year we ran into each other at a concert of the Hamilton Philharmonic Orchestra, which is really cool. And I just wonder what got you interested in symphonic music?
Well, I actually thought it was an audition, and I was walking really disappointed. That's a good question. My parents, when I was young, especially my father, listened to a lot of choral music and organ music, so I was always aware of that. But I guess I got more into, especially, it started with the Hamilton Philharmonic. I think it actually started, I used to play shinny, or kind of loosely organized ice hockey with a group of Hamilton musicians.
Oh, wow.
And one fellow who would come and play sometimes is married to someone in the HPO. So I think he occasionally had free tickets, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll give that a try. And I immediately liked it, and I thought, oh, this is great. Because, to be honest, when I was doing music full time, I would spend a fair bit of time touring, especially in Europe. I would kind of get jealous about all the arts and culture going on in cities there. And at a certain point I realized, well, instead of pining for things that I'm not able to have, why don't I try to get more involved with the things that I am able to participate in? And I found, the first time I went to an orchestral concert, I really enjoyed it and thought this would be something that I'd like to do more of. So then I started, I made the big leap to actually buying tickets instead of relying on my hockey buddy for free tickets.
Seasons tickets for you.
Yeah, so I subscribe. I don't go to every single concert, but I do enjoy supporting the Hamilton Orchestra, but I also just enjoy the music, and I occasionally go to the Toronto Orchestra or other orchestras as well. So and so I do enjoy listening to recorded orchestral or classical music, but for me there is something a little bit more enjoyable about the live experience.
Definitely.
There's a different timbre to the instruments and a different feeling. And I guess it's like a lot of things where when it's something interests you, you start to get involved in it and you realize how much you don't know, and that becomes a little bit more intriguing. And then when you start to know a little bit about it, everything becomes even more interesting. It's like, oh, this person was doing this, and this sounds like this because of that. And oh, this version of this piece is a little bit different. I found it to be a very rewarding and interesting and enriching, and it also just sounds nice usually.
Yes.
So, I mean, even pieces that I maybe don't care for that much, it's still a rewarding experience.
Yeah, it's a great experience, like that big hall and the sound. And
the
audience.
Yeah, I guess also I've spent so much time performing and engaging with live music and like the popular music style, or folk or singer-songwriter or whatever, that it is also nice to hear different styles of music and different sorts of sound palettes and arrangements. So.
Have you thought of maybe orchestrating something?
Oh sure, I'd love to if I had a few $1,000 sitting around. That's definitely something that has crossed my mind. That would be lovely to do.
You could hire us at Dundas Valley Orchestra. We don't cost a lot.
We'll have a little off-camera conversation.
Yeah, definitely. That would be cool.
Yeah.
So what can our people expect from the concert of color film? And we've got a young emerging singer-songwriter from Burlington, Melissa Tom, opening the show on January 25th.
Yeah, I can't speak much for her. I suspect she'll have better jokes than I have. But color film will be a trio, so myself on acoustic and electric guitar. My friend Corey Pop, she sings harmonies and plays keys. And then my friend Andrew Barbizan plays percussion, drums, and lap steel.
Awesome.
And sings harmonies as well. So we'll play a fair bit of stuff from our latest album called Half an Hour, and then some older songs and some newer songs as well.
Great, and we'll have some candlelight.
Candles? Yeah.
It'll be a cozy afternoon.
Yeah, should be nice.
Yeah. So we hope everybody comes out. Sunday, January 25th, 2:30, West Plains United Church in Burlington.
I'll be here.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Please play a song
Sure.
a little bit for us.
Yeah, do you want the whole thing? The whole song?
Sure.
It's not long.
Okay.
So this is a song called Don't Let Go. So it's from that album Half an Hour, and we'll play it on the 25th. Don't Let Go. Let's see if we can get it right.
I don't know where it's going, but it can't stay the same. And if it all gets broken and nothing else remains, something will remain. I wanna see our names written in sand by the ocean's pool. Give me a hand if you understand, and tell me you won't let go. And if we're washed away, erased from the land by the ocean's pool, give me a hand as tight as you can, and tell me you won't let go. Tell me you won't let go. Nobody's the first one if others came before. In a chain of someone's stretching in and out the door, you think your changes are done, and then you change some more, and then you change some more. I wanna see